Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another 2024 election prediction. Today, I'm going to be doing a quicker election prediction, but definitely an interesting one between Ron DeSantis and Hillary Clinton. Hillary Clinton, as we all know, making a name for herself in the news once more, and floating the idea of her running for a third attempt at president of the United States. At the moment, we really don't know who the nominee for the Democrats will be in 2024. Biden has said that he will run in 2024 unless as he said, he's a big believer in fate and lots of things can change in 3 years. But at the moment, he said he's running. However, a lot of people think it will be a different person, possibly Kamala Harris, possibly Pete Buttigieg, maybe even Hillary Clinton. So, floating the idea in this prediction between Ron DeSantis, the incoming governor of Florida, and he is obviously the most likely contender to be the nominee if Trump decides not to run. And even if Trump decides not to run, if Trump decides to run, he may be in for a bit of a harder primary, especially due to the things he's recently said about the coronavirus vaccine. I think he could lose support in the Republican primaries because of that. Regardless of political views, the Republicans, at least his core base, is very much isn't like super big on the vaccine, and with him promoting that, he's been booed at events and whatnot. Could hurt him in the primaries. However, this prediction is assuming DeSantis. Trump does not run, DeSantis runs, and Hillary's a nominee. Anyway, before I start the video, please make sure to go ahead and subscribe to the channel as we continue to grow and eventually, hopefully, reach 400 subscribers. Let's start off with safe Hillary Clinton states. Now, I believe Hillary Clinton is an awful candidate for the Democrats in 2024, so she will not receive that many safe races. I think that she'd be a very, very bad candidate, not viable at all, but and I think that DeSantis is a very good candidate, so maybe not the most fair matchup. However, the matchup is pretty likely considering all factors at the moment. Maybe Hillary Clinton's a bit of a stretch, but I wouldn't even say it is. Anyway, safe DeSantis states. I'm even going to include Iowa in this count, bringing DeSantis up to 127, so 130 to 127 with likely versus safe. Likely Hillary will be Oregon, Delaware, New Jersey, Connecticut, those usual states, as well as Illinois and Colorado. Those will all be likely towards Hillary Clinton. Really not anything good for her in those likely categories aside from Colorado, but you have seen a significant shift there, and I really want to see it going to pretty much any Democrat by below 5 points in 2024. Likely DeSantis races will be Nebraska second after redistricting. That would definitely go more in favor of Republicans. Maine second, Ohio. Forgot about West Virginia for safe. Ohio, Florida, Texas, and even North Carolina being a likely Republican state for Ron DeSantis, going to him by about 6 points, I would say. Even Richard Burr ended up winning by about 6 points in 2016, so Republicans can win there by big margins depending on their opponent and the popularity across the country. That makes 236 to 190 to 1. DeSantis at a clear lead over Hillary Clinton, about 45 electoral vote lead. Lean Hillary Clinton states. Lean Hillary Clinton will be the state of New Mexico, as well as Maine at large, but that will be it for lean Hillary Clinton states. As I said before, very unpopular candidate. I do not see her doing well in the general election. Lean DeSantis races. This will be a lot of races, so make sure you get it all down. Wisconsin will be lean DeSantis. Michigan, Pennsylvania, New Hampshire, Arizona, and Nevada will all be lean Ron DeSantis races. Obviously, in this scenario, giving him the presidency, 301 electoral votes for Ron DeSantis. Hillary only at 198 at the moment. And as we head into our tilt Democrat, tilt Republican races, there will not be many for Hillary Clinton. Hillary Clinton will tilt the state of Minnesota in her favor by an incredibly small margin. I would say 0.5% at most. Even it narrowed up significantly in 2016, only went to her by 1.5 points. With continued trends in the Rust Belt, I think it would barely tilt in her favor in this election. I see Ron DeSantis tilting Georgia and tilting the state of Virginia in his favor, getting up to 330 electoral votes in a modern American landslide election. Virginia, I see Hillary Clinton very unpopular among suburban women. Even with Tim Kaine as her VP nominee, she only won by about 5 points against Donald Trump. With DeSantis, who's actually pretty popular among suburban women against Hillary Clinton, it would not work out well for her. So 330 to 208, Ron DeSantis sweeps Hillary Clinton in this election in a modern-day landslide election. Only 2 electoral votes less than the amount Barack Obama beat Mitt Romney by back in 2012, and that was also a modern-day landslide. So yes, 330, 208, Ron DeSantis goes on to become the 47th president of the United States of America, replacing Joe Biden, and another Republican president will now be going down in history in this election. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Once more, please make sure to go ahead and subscribe, comment below if you would have changed anything, and like the video if you enjoyed. And as always, stay tuned for more awesome videos.